we are going to learn what is an undefined expression and what is a non-real expression. Now, an expression is undefined when we divide with 0, when the denominator is equal to 0. So it doesn't matter what kind of fraction or division sum we have. If we divide by 0, then it is classified as undefined. Now, a non-real expression is when we have a square root or any even root and the value inside the square root is less than 0. So when this value is a negative number, we will say that the expression is non-real. Now let's go and have a look at the next one. Now in this following example, we want to know for which value or values of x will the following expression be undefined and non-real. Now let's have a look at the undefined part of this question. So I'm going to write here undefined, and then we have to remember when is an expression undefined? When the denominator is equal to 0. So what we do is we take this denominator x plus 3 and we equate it to 0. So x plus 3 is equal to 0, and then we solve this linear equation normally. So then we take this constant to the other side and x is equal to minus 3. So when x is a minus 3, this denominator will be equal to 0 and this expression will be undefined. So let's have a look. So instead of the x, we put the minus 3. Minus 3 plus 3 is a 0, and we cannot divide with 0, then our expression is undefined. Okay, excellent. Now, how about when will this expression be non-real? So I write down non-real, and then I have 7x plus 21. Now, where did I get that from? I take this part inside the square root, and this should give me a negative number. So what must I do so that we can figure out what makes this a negative number? Well, we're going to take the 7x plus 21 and we're going to make it less than 0. So this becomes a normal linear inequality. So when 7x plus 21 is less than 0 and we figure out what x is, then this part will give us a negative value. So we take this plus 21 to the other side. So we have 7x is less than minus 21. And then we simply divide with this coefficient, which is a 7, and minus 21 divided by 7 will give us x is less than minus 3. So when x is a value smaller than minus 3, this part will be a negative number. Now let's just quickly choose a value smaller than minus 3. Let's say minus 4. So 7 times minus 4 is minus 28. And minus 28 plus 21 gives us a minus 7. And when we have a negative value inside the square root, this expression is non-real. And there we go. So what do you have to remember? When we want to know when an expression is undefined, we equate the denominator to 0, and then we solve for x. And if we want to know when an expression is non-real, we take the part that's inside the square root and we make it less than 0, and we solve that inequality. See you again. Bye.